Inside the high-stakes legal departments of global music monopolies, standard recording contracts are explicitly designed as financial labyrinths, structured to strip young artists of their copyrights before they even realize the value of their own voice. Good evening, and welcome back to Alone for this definitive investigative update. Tonight, our newsroom takes you past the glamorous red carpets of the global music industry and straight into the heavily guarded corporate legal suites of London and New York. For decades, emerging musical prodigies have fallen victim to a highly sophisticated institutional mechanism known within elite circles as the predatory contract trap. Historically, major entertainment conglomerates would scout extraordinary independent talents, dazzle them with immediate upfront financial advances, and subsequently bind them to multi-album agreements containing deeply restrictive clauses. Under these standard industry frameworks, an artist effectively surrenders the perpetual ownership of their master recordings and intellectual property in exchange for artificial mainstream promotion. However, our ongoing investigation into the unprecedented independent trajectory of Lucy Thomas has revealed a profound strategic anomaly. While corporate casting directors routinely utilize these heavily lopsided legal agreements to control and capitalize on young talent, Lucy Thomas's management team successfully identified the systemic dangers within these mainstream traps before any ink touched the paper. By executing a brilliant, highly disciplined refusal to capitulate to institutional pressure, her operation did not just protect her artistic freedom. They completely dismantled the core leverage that major labels use to subjugate independent musicians. Tonight, we analyze the precise legal and business strategies that allowed this independent vocal powerhouse to entirely bypass the predatory corporate matrix that has historically trapped the world's greatest singers. By prioritizing complete copyright ownership over short-term corporate advances, Lucy Thomas's team established a revolutionary financial fortress that major record labels cannot legally penetrate. To fully comprehend how Lucy Thomas evaded the strategic trap that has compromised so many mainstream artists, our investigative unit must decode the precise operational blueprint utilized by her independent management infrastructure. In a typical major label architecture, an artist is subjected to a 360-degree deal, a predatory contractual mechanism that grants the corporate entity a massive percentage of every single revenue stream the artist generates, including streaming, live touring, merchandise sales, and even external branding endorsements. Furthermore, the label retains absolute veto power over creative direction, song selection, and release schedules. According to internal music business data analyzed by our reporters, Lucy Thomas's team recognized that the true wealth of the modern digital era lies not in immediate corporate cash flow, but in the absolute, unconditional ownership of master recordings. By rejecting the traditional corporate pipeline, her team chose to self-fund her studio productions, manage her own digital distribution networks, and maintain a direct, unmediated relationship with her rapidly expanding global audience. This tactical defiance has effectively shifted the entire balance of power. Because she owns 100% of her intellectual property, her economic returns per streaming unit are exponentially higher than those of her mainstream counterparts, who remain heavily indebted to corporate distribution fees. Entertainment lawyers observing this phenomenon state that her independent model represents the ultimate corporate nightmare, because it proves that, with proper strategic positioning, a world-class talent no longer needs a major label to achieve sustainable, multi-million-dollar global distribution. When a completely independent artist achieves top-tier global streaming metrics without a single dollar of Hollywood marketing, the entire corporate boardroom faces an existential crisis of irrelevance. We now direct our broadcast focus to the acute systemic panic that this independent success has triggered within the executive boardrooms of the traditional music cartel. Our media analysts have documented a rising wave of cognitive dissonance among major label executives as they witness Lucy Thomas consistently outperforming their heavily manufactured pop artists on international digital charts. In the legacy entertainment economy, corporate gatekeepers maintained a strict monopoly over public attention by artificially controlling television appearances, commercial radio rotation, and mainstream press coverage. If an artist was boycotted or ignored by these centralized media institutions, their career was effectively terminated. However, the current digital infrastructure has completely democratized the international market. By bypassing the corporate television apparatus entirely and leveraging high-attention digital video platforms, Lucy Thomas has demonstrated that pure vocal excellence coupled with an authentic digital presence can entirely neutralize traditional corporate gatekeeping. The terrifying reality for mainstream executives is that they can no longer suppress her numbers or control her narrative. Her massive, fiercely loyal global acts as a decentralized promotional army, consistently driving her streaming metrics upward without institutional assistance. This complete failure of corporate suppression has left industry insiders deeply alarmed, as they watch their multi-billion-dollar marketing formulas render completely ineffective against the unstoppable force of organic public demand. The historic victory of Lucy Thomas over the music industry's predatory contract trap is not just an isolated success story. It is the definitive spark for a global creative revolution. As we bring tonight's exclusive investigative report to its definitive analytical conclusion, the factual data presents an undeniable verdict. The traditional corporate music monopoly is facing an irreversible operational decline, and the triumph of Lucy Thomas serves as the living proof that the gatekeepers have officially lost their grip on global talent. Her journey has provided in strategic autonomy, demonstrating to emerging artists worldwide that complete independence is not only viable, but mathematically superior to corporate subjugation. The era of the predatory contract trap is rapidly drawing to a close, replaced by a decentralized digital landscape where the audience holds the ultimate power to crown the icons of the modern era. Now, the alone corporate desk turns the analysis over to you, our global community of viewers. Do you believe that major record labels will completely collapse by the end of this decade as more artists follow this independent blueprint? How will the mainstream entertainment elite attempt to manipulate the market to regain their lost control? Share your rigorous, detailed insights and perspectives in the comment section below. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe immediately to the Alone channel to secure your front row seat to our upcoming deep dive investigative broadcasts, accurate corporate media breakdowns, and breaking entertainment analytics. Thank you for your continued international viewership, and we will see you in our next definitive report.